us a little bit about what you thought about Vergil's performance today.
Man, if you see my podcast and Abdomada's podcast, Mi Gallo, we predicted it. We said that we thought Vergil was going to be, his pressure would get the job done, and where he'll kind of like make Madrimov fight in moments when he doesn't want to fight, make him uncomfortable and break him down and kind of like get him tired. And you can see as the rounds went on, Madrimov was breaking down a little bit. Vergil's body shots was working, and when the body shots started to work, he would let his hands go up top, and you know what I mean, he won the fight. It was great.
How would you compare his performance with Crawford's performance against Madrimov?
I thought it was more entertaining just because styles make fights, and Vergil, you know, with the Crawford fight, Crawford was being more technical, and so was Vergil, but Vergil was applying pressure. You know what I mean? And his defense was really good, had the hands up. You know, he got banged up a bit, but Madrimov was leading with his head a lot. And I thought by the third warning, I thought by the second warning they would take a point away. But then he did a third warning, no points. So a lot of that was shoulders and headbutts that he was getting hit with, man. But Vergil stood game, and he stood to the strategy and got the win.
What do you think this performance does for his career?
Oh, this is big because, you know, he put more of an entertaining performance than Crawford did, right? So that speaks volumes. So at 54, I think a fight with Crawford, if that was to happen, that'd be great. But even a fight with Fundora would be crazy.
How do you think that fight plays out? I mean, he's pretty tall.
Oh yeah, Fundora's one of my favorite guys. When it comes to Fundora and Vergil, man, I'm big fans of those guys. And Crawford, great champions, great fighters. But Fundora is really tough just because he's tall. He got long range, so that'll apply a lot of trouble for Vergil, being that he's shorter. But Vergil's special. He could switch it up. He could box. He could apply pressure. So it's one of them toss-up fights. Him and Fundora, that's a toss-up fight. It's really hard.
Do you think that's the fight that needs to get made next?
That's a big fight. Yeah, I think so. You know, because Crawford. I think Crawford's his game is on getting the Canelo fight. So I don't think.
For retirement.
Yeah. So Crawford is in a different position right now, being an older fighter. I think being even 10 years older than Vergil. So they're in way different points of their career, where I think Crawford is not shying away from Vergil, but it's just he wants the big fight, the big payday, and that's Canelo. So Vergil and Fundora makes a lot of sense.
Anything that you want to tell us about your new podcast with Abdomada's?
Yeah, man. Mi Gallo, me and Abdomada's, we're doing our thing. We're having fun with it. We're going to have Barbosa on. We're going to have Bernard Hopkins on. And then we're going to have Vergil, who just came with his win. He don't know that, but he's going to be on. I'm going to hit him up. We got to have him on definitely. So, Mi Gallo boxing is just about, me and Abner giving our expertise and what we feel, and being fighters, like we know the emotions, what comes along. So I feel that we just give a different insight in what the game needs, and it's just having fun with it.
How did you guys come together to make this?
Well, it's something we've always talked about, and we both compensate. I compensate with the Zone, he compensates with Prime, and it just makes sense, right? Just let's get together and let's talk about these big fights. And it was just something we always talked about, and I was like, let's stop talking about it, let's just do it. And we finally did, and we're having fun.
It's going good. Right
sure.
now you mentioned Barbosa. What did you think about his performance last week?
Oh, I thought he fought a great fight. I was scared for him because I'm like, damn, are they going to give him a decision fighting that style, in a different country? And they did. So I'm happy that the judges were fair, because Barbosa, he boxed, he set traps, and he stood disciplined. And I'm glad that he got the win. I'm a big fan of Barbosa. He looked great against Ramirez. Now he got this win against Caro. And then I think the fight for him would be Lopez, Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he'll accept it though?
Tio?
He's the number one. I mean, he was number one in the WBO for a while.
Yeah, but Tio got a fight already. Tio, it's time for him to get a fight. And why not Barbosa? That's a great fight. And they've been talking about Tio possibly fighting Alcatraz. How do you pronounce that?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But look, I think that's a great fight. So if that was to happen for Barbosa, I think that's a terrific fight for him. I think stylistically it matches him well. Teofimo is a phenomenal boxer, great movement, great speed. But Barbosa, he has momentum on his side. He's coming off of 2 big back-to-back wins against top guys. And I think going into a fight like that with Teo, it favors Barbosa.
Alrighty, and then any last words for the fans?
No, man, just, keep showing love. Make sure to follow Me Gallo podcast. And let's just keep having fun, man.
Cool. Thank you so much.